Shout out to Ryan Ford for coming here pretty last minute, too. He was actually in my my hometown of Youngstown, well, not Youngstown, but northeastern Ohio just last weekend for a local event.
Oh, really?
And he's all the way in Champaign, Illinois. So him and I have been traveling a lot lately, and this should be fun.
Is he just like visiting around in America or whatever? Because, you know, he's from Canada, so.
Yeah, I think he just got flown out to both events, just so happened to be on back-to-back weekends.
Oh, right.
But he's a fiend, man. He's trying to get some Melee in.
Alrighty. Well, I believe he's the first seed for this event.
Over Master? I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
It's like those two, Abby, Michael, Kells. Those are probably rounding out the top 5 in some order.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Kelly was loath to accept his 5th seed.
Yeah. He's actually, I was looking at this when I was doing a bit of research for the documentary I made, but he's normally really, really consistent in MIOM, Kells is. He's normally like right in the middle of the 50s, like 3 years in a row he was in the 50s or something. But this year I think is like the lowest he's been. So I'd like to see a bit of a comeback from him. Maybe this regional could be the start of that. But winner semis, Michael Unsure, Prince Abu, and Ryan Ford. It's cool because Michael and Prince Abu are really, really close right now in terms of skill. It's kind of difficult to determine who's truly better. I think a lot of people would say Michael. Some people still have faith in Prince Abu, myself being one of them.
Yeah, actually at our last NMG, I believe, it was the first time that Abu dropped a set to Michael in a really long time or something like that. So
really?
Yeah, Abu is not nearly that active in Chicago, whereas Michael is literally everywhere.
Yeah, he's going to everything. I think a lot of this is going to come down to, since the Puffs are so close in skill, it's going to come down to, oftentimes, Ryan Ford and Unsure. The extent to which Unsure is going to look like the least talented player on the screen. I think he's a great player, mind you. But is everybody going to die here? Yes,
yeah,
they
okay.
will.
Well, Abu, last man standing.
All right.
Going to plank it out a little bit.
Yeah, hanging out on the ledge. And this is interesting because normally in teams, Puff can kind of just hang off on the ledge and outlast the opponent's invincibility, their respawn invincibility, that is. But with 2 Puffs on the screen, Michael can kind of pressure Prince Abu in a way that a lot of other characters wouldn't really be able to safely do.
Yeah, it kind of makes the stalling strategy a little bit redundant because it doesn't really make any sense if they can do the same thing back to you. So it just ends up becoming who can play the situation better. Oh, he went for it.
Yeah.
Oh!
I like Michael going for those. Rest is so good in teams. Even if you miss, if your teammate's anywhere nearby, you're probably not going to take too much of a punish.
We are both Puffs faring onto the stage corner. And it really has just been Michael and Abu just getting kept out on the outside, and Unsure and Ryan Ford is trying to mix it up in the middle. But this is bad for, that's a really long stall.
I can't believe that worked. Wow.
Oh, off the wall!
Unfortunate miss from Prince Abu. Somehow everybody's still alive. I seriously thought he did like too many shine stalls, and I'm like, Prince Abu's not going to drop this, but man, he somehow mixed him up just enough to live that. That said, green team in a great position here, and Ryan Ford will take that stock with an F smash.
Yeah, like we were all thinking, you know, Abu was holding his stock for so long, but honestly, like Ryan Ford not far behind. Like they both have 3 stocks, so oh well, man. All right, well there goes that. But still, green team definitely pretty solid lead right now.
Oh no!
Oh, Unsure, what are you doing? Why do you shine spike?
Red team has been getting in each other's way a little bit.
Oh
my
that
goodness,
was a great
that
conversion.
was fantastic. Unfortunately, Unsure unable to save Michael there, and they're both down to their last stocks of game 1.
All right, the air fight.
Okay, Unsure is finding a lot of up smashes right now, and that's helping them stay into this.
Yeah, they still have like 1 whole Puff stock, which I mean it could evaporate, but honestly, sometimes it takes a while to get rid of those. Oh, that's a rough trade.
Oh, he has no jump. All right, it's going to be all up to Michael. If there's anybody that could do something like this, it'd be Michael. He's got the patient enough style to just wait for these openings. But Jesus, the bullying by Prince Abu there was fantastic. Michael just going to go for this.
Oh.
I'm surprised how quickly you can get your shield out after that.
Yeah,
Michael gets away with that.
You just have to make sure you get the full rollout distance.
And this should be pretty simple for the green team unless they overextend egregiously here.
It's just so odd how, like, seeing Puff fights at the edge, you know, just the airspace.
He goes for the rest because why not? Could you imagine if he traded rest with Shine and then got to live after resting Ryan Ford there?
So, funnily enough,
I couldn't.
I believe there's like a practical task, something like that. It's actually possible for you to trade rests. If you rest on the frame that you land on the ground, you can Puffs can rest each other.
I believe
pretty funny.
Yeah, because you can Shine Clank. So, you know, I feel like you could just trade one frame moves with other characters as well.
Yeah, and just like the ultimate DBZ of just double rest.
It'd be cool if we saw that. Either way, we're going to see FD. A lot of the sets we've seen in doubles at this tournament have been on FD. Every single game of the other side of winter semis, again, that was Kels and Zamu versus Luigi Conmaster and O'Reilly. All 3 games were on FD. They struck there. The losing team kept counterpicking it. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
I can't believe Unsure lived right there.
Yeah, in Illinois and Chicago and Champaign, we love FD. Not sure why, but we're going to see a lot of that here.
All right, we have they're just trading ledges like Falcons.
That should do it, unless Michael can save. No, he won't.
He didn't even try. I mean, I think if you went out there, you probably would have just given away his stock. Oh, Blue falling low.
Look, but he valued conserving his own stock.
Oh, okay, good catch from Michael.
And he finds a kill in a moment's notice anyway.
All right, Unsure trying to make sure Michael gets back to the ground safely.
This is eerily close right now. Both Puffs in the 90s. Fox is on their second stock.
Oh, he went for that one.
Yeah, why not? Takes it back air and it's fine. When you're in like a true neutral where like there's kind of 2 simultaneous 1v1s going on, rest is like particularly safe because unless your teammate loses at the exact moment that you miss that rest, you're probably going to be safe in the Fox. Wow, I'm surprised that Ryan Ford stood straight up there.
Okay, we've got that. He's going to try and save him? Oh,
he can't get anything out. Jeez.
He tried to hit him with like a pound or something like that.
Michael almost died off the top there.
Oh.
Ryan Ford scouts out with that up tilt, and Michael will finally lose his first stock. Prince Abu also dying up the top now.
Just comes off the respawn platform with the up air. All right. Oh, he got the tech.
Green team, that was sick.
Throwing the Puffs in the air. There's just like a lot of rolling around right now. Whoa.
Yeah. It seems like they really like doing these 1v1s where the Puffs fight each other and the Foxes fight each other. Puffs taken to the skies.
Yeah, I think whatever Puff has like the closer to the center, like it's usually one Puff walling the other out, like kind of slightly off stage in that weird, null zone where Puffs just kind of get to sit. But the only issue with that is you don't get to help your teammate if you end up losing the 1v1. So it's
Can you get it?
Oh,
not quite. The idea is if the Foxes are 1v1ing, the Puff wants to come over and help 2v1 by taking away the full jump option of the opposing Fox. But then the other Puff is going to come over to try to pressure the Puff so that the 2v1 can't keep going. So I think that's why we're seeing a lot of this devolving into the Puffs fighting in the air and the Foxes sticking to the ground.
Unsure really wants his up air or this up smash. Ryan Ford looking for the same.
Wow, Michael was really aggressive there. He could have moved back and Unsure could have ran in, but Michael ran in and Unsure knew he would have. So they have a very solid game plan.
Oh, that's bad.
Green team in a great position to take game 2.
They take it? Yep.
Yeah, they kind of ran away with this.
Yeah,
and again.
Looking pretty similar to last game, to be honest. Oh, I thought I was going to rest him.
Yeah, no need to take a risk like that at this point. There's almost no way that they can lose this. Go for up smash. Another one.
Ooh! Oh,
he could have double jumped. I think he just missed his jump input. That was there.
Oh, that's not safe.
Not at all. Yeah, green team they're seeming like the better team right now.
I had $1 for every time Abby did that to me in bracket.
Yeah, and I've been in this position so many times. In fact, just about 2 or 3 months ago, I was teaming with Ryan Ford at a separate Northeast Ohio tournament that he came to, and I was most of the time the worst player on the screen. So I've been where Unsure is, and it's really hard to keep up with, the likes of Prince Abu and Ryan Ford and Michael. So if Unsure can kind of turn it on here, oh wow! Just as I say it,
okay.
Double rest.
Yeah, it's rough. Like in a sense, because Unsure is like in a way like the worst player on the screen. It kind of makes him the X factor as well, though. Like if he can find a way to scramble and win a couple of good exchanges against Ryan Ford, it is a Fox. It is 2 Foxes and a Puff. Things can change on a dime.
That's right. Unsure's at a high percent, as is Michael, but if they can hold on to these stocks and get a bit more percent before dying, they can take a decent lead here.
Oh.
Just as I say it. Man, every time I start complimenting Unsure, he dies. You notice that? I'm sorry, guys.
Michael just...
Good DI.
That's the worst part. Michael's just gotta, he's trying to hold on to this stock, but, the issue with that is, you become a lot less useful because you're not really doing too much.
One thing I am noticing is Unsure's getting a lot of great openings. He's getting a lot of up smashes in neutral still, just like he was in the beginning of the set, but oftentimes he takes some sort of hit that actually isn't safe because the opponent that he didn't hit is too close and he ends up getting punished for it.
Oh, man.
So
Unsure playing fire.
It's not that he lacks awareness, but his awareness just isn't on the same level as the green team. He's getting exploited a bit too often for it.
All right, Ryan Ford going to try and go in on this? Or is he just going to try and find his way? Oh, my.
Look at this. Quietly, not even a minute and a half in, Unsher's already on his last stock. Did you? I'm just now realizing that.
Oh, man.
I don't think this is going to favor him.
Yeah.
I think he's got to get out of here.
Oh, how did he get up there?
Oh, wow. Okay, he gets away with that.
Yeah, Unsher just went to the right. What? Oh, Michael.
That's rough. It's hard for Michael to give Unsher all the recovery options he wants.
Yeah, Unsher went to the rock and got punished for it.
And in this spot, so Michael throws Prince Abu off stage and then just tries to keep battling him off stage. I would like to see Michael try to go for a 2v1 with Unsher on Ryan Ford. Because Prince Abu, it's going to take him a while to get there. So, I don't know. It's unclear why he made that decision.
Ryan Ford needs one good hit. Oh.
Wow.
Wow, that was brutal.
And that is all but going to do it. Both winners' semi-sets looking like they will have been a 3-0. So I'm interested in winners' finals, the best of the best fighting off against one another. Of course, there's still a little bit of melee left to be played. This isn't over yet. Can Michael become an absolute legend?
I don't know, man. This is a tall order for everybody, and I don't know. It's just hard to do it with Puff. You know, you just like it's hard to engage. Like it's hard to engage when it's just like when you actually have like your teammate as well. But like Puff just. You kind of got to let people run into you at this point.
Flashburn, just out of curiosity, so I went to school for philosophy, so I have to do this. If we did a thought experiment, if this was H-Box, if we did this like 100 times, how many times do you think H-Box wins this?
This? Which with these players?
Let's say like 25 seconds ago when he was back at like 30, 40%.
I think maybe like, you said like 100 times?
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm thinking
like,
he wins like 10 or 15 of them.
I'm thinking like less than 10, but
less
not
than 10?
none. Oh, man.
I don't think he has enough jumps,
yeah,
does he?
he's just hanging out down there.
That might be winner's semis. And I think it will be, yeah.
And
oh, man, that's what he wants.
How long does it take?
That's what he wants. Michael making quite a political statement here about the power of Puff stalling. All right, that's a 3-0. Good stuff to Prince Abu and Ryan Ford moving on. Unsher and Michael still have some life left in them. They're going to be running through the losers bracket. They'll be in losers quarters at some point. But this is House of Paign 20.